Hello YouTube fans, here again. I'm gonna figure why not to this one. Halloween 4, why not? Now, after the unsuccess of that one with my mate John Mance, even though now it's a total classic and so on, we all know that John Carpenter, if this was successful, and I remember saying it, he was going to do one with a haunted house. Sad to say, it was not to be. So he decided to do the next movie being They Live. That's like They Live. I remember talking about it, and with the legendary Wonny Piper, may he rest in peace. Good sci-fi film, very good film. So we ended up doing that, and it went to somebody else. But I don't mind this one. To me, this has to be the last of the decent Halloween films. If I get to that one, you're gonna know why. You're gonna know why it's a fucking rant. But this one got no problems with it. I think it was a good film. It's a staple film, and it's good to see Donald Pleasence plays this role as Dr. Humus. At the time, they had ideas to bring back Jamie Lee Curtis, but she didn't want any more to do with it. And at the time, she was doing a comedy called Fish No Wonder. Remember that comedy? A Fish Called Wonder? Well, she was doing that anyway, so she didn't want to do any more horror films. She had enough at that era doing slasher films. At that time, she was doing films that say like Prom Night, doing sort of like horror movies like The Fog. Remember the movie Terror Train? She was in that and all, but it was sort of like a slasher mixed with a horror. For that time, I think Jamie Church just got sick of being typecasted having his slashers and horror movies. So at that time, she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to appear in this one whatsoever, which is funny now she's appeared in Title Figure Film. But that time, she didn't want to be typecasted. So they decided to bring in her long lost daughter, being Jamie. And I actually like Jamie. She was a good little actress back in that era. So I remember in The Last Boy Scout, totally opposite than what you see in there, which is a sweet little girl. In Last Boy Scout, she's got more of a dirty mouth, but wide droopy bound to say. So I'm going to go with it. I do know originally they was going to shoot some bits from that one. So how Dr. Humus gets the burn on his face. It's only get blown over the side of the room. Shows a bit where Michael Mathers is walking, he falls down, burnt with the amazing stunt of the amazing stuntman what did that stunt. And it's going to show that. And then it's going to go to the bit with the doctor and nurses. But for some reason it got stabbed. And I thought it was the same. Because I never bought that Dr. Humus survived, Michael Mathers survived those burns. I never bought it. But, money talks, and because Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, wasn't that successful, I just went with it. It's a fucking movie at the end of the day. I went with it. So instead of doing the idea what they was going to do with Dr. Humus getting blown on the side of the room and that's how he survived, they just do it that you got two doctors. It's supposed to be like 10 years later, which is understandable because this film came out in 88. And Michael Mathers has been in a coma. They transfer him anyway. You've got this one dad, a bit of a dick. It says I hope that Dr. Humus either retires, transfers, or dosses it. Just like saying the word doss it, but he might as well do. So they're in the ambulance, the guy's talking. Next thing you know, Michael Mathers, all bandaged up, gets up, bashes his fucking poor guy on the head, stuffs a thumb on his forehead like that. I can't actually do a good job, but it goes right through his forehead, on his other hand, that is. I got the idea he killed him. Well, you do get the aftershots, so you definitely know he's killed him. Then you got our mate. Well, before that, the little Durs meets another Dur called Rachel, and that is one of the fucking reasons why I hate that one. I'll get to that when I do the rant on it, because it is a rant on that one. Because I like Rachel's, she's pretty to look at, but she's not just pretty. She holds her own. Got ideas. She could be the next final. Is she going to be the next Jamie Lee Curtis? I say a bit of mix, but I like her because she generally looks out. She knows she's not her sister, but she talks to Jamie. She would self-sacrifice herself to save this little girl. She'd do anything to save Jamie. So I actually like Rachel. So did Rachel deserve to get what she got in that one? That will be a rant, and you know why, because I've really rant about that one before. But I actually like Rachel. fucked the idea of what they did in that one. I'm really pissed off at what they did to Rachel in that one, believe me. But Rachel in this, I liked her before they ruined it. She has a nightmare that Michael's going to get. It turns out to be a typical nightmare. But then you got Dr. Humors, he comes into it. You know, I love the makeup they put on him. He's all burnt at one side of his face. He shows it to that dickhead. Look, I always see this, and I don't ever want it to happen again. He's trying to warn him, but the doctor's not listening to this fucking prick. But then you find out the ambulance, he goes in, you see the aftershots, and he goes back to Remmerfield, the town from where it all happened in 1 and 2. That's what we get. The second one we all know was 81, but it was supposed to be based on 78. So he goes back. You get Wonder. He's been in a lot of films, whether it be Reanimator 2, Part of Reanimator. Definitely not shy at ripping them out. You got that idea she's playing a bit of a slut. You got the new Serif. And so on. Basically, you got to do Lolly, Rachel's boyfriend. He's a bit of a prick at first, but as he feels he's just become a dud dad. He makes his death that sympathetic when he gets it. It's a bit of a cool death. I always wonder whether they copied it from Friday the 13th, Part 6, whether they copied that death scene. I always wondered that. But anyway, cut the story short. So Rachel's now got a babysitter, a niece. She's pissed off about it, but she's got to do it. And Michael Mathers, before all that, he attacks this poor guy, and Dr. Humors always gets him, but he gets away, kills this guy. But I love the bit when he breaks in, frightens poor Damer, puts the mast on, which we all know, the Michael Mathers mast, which I didn't think it was this cheap in all this stereo as the one in number 2, but it's a hell of a lot better than the one you see in that. Believe me, that's just shit. And so on, but as the film goes on, the young lad is the boy of Rachel. He's bonking the one with the big boobs. That's a nice scene. Sad to say you don't see them, but it's a bit of a cheese to the audience. And they find out that Michael Mathers is going to get the little girl and Dr. Humor's office to save the day. So they better take itself in this place. He's going to walk off, and the trap says, "Where are you going?" He says, "I'm going to find him." "You won't be able to." "I don't think anyone can." And I just love the way he just walks out. Again, he has beautiful, damn good one-liners in this. That's what I love about Donald Pleasence. He still has the same good lines as what he did in 1 and 2. It's like he never left that role. You definitely see he's enjoying playing that role. And now, as you find out, Michael Mathers is in that house. He kills a cop. He gets the bird with the big tits, pins her off the fucking wall, big fucking shotgun. There was no fuck about in this. The boyfriend's trying to fight with him. He hits him a few times, doesn't he fuck off? He has a chance to fuck off, but he doesn't. He gets the poor lad, crushes his head with his bare hands. So that's what I mean in this compared to the original. I've got to admit the death scene's got a bit more creative. And he's chasing Rachel, he knocks her on her ass, she thinks she's dead, but she ain't. And Jamie's walking off crying, and then she goes to an abandoned stool, which there's one fuck up in this film, I'm going to get to that. Dr. Humor sees her, right, finds her, tries to help her, and Michael Mathers, this could be an effective Trump stare, but if you watch properly, it's a fuck up. Because everybody knows like that, Michael Mathers with the mask, that's a black wig, what covers the whole of his face. The scene where he jumps out and he gets Dr. Humors in a jump scare scene, suddenly his wig is fucking blonde. He's got a blonde wig. He pushes fucking Dr. Humors. He's chasing a little bird. Suddenly the little bird just vanishes into another part of the room. Fucking hell, someone have to beam me up. Stotty fucking thing that's in its real Saturn's fucking mast. She wasn't it out of his pocket, beamed herself up, because suddenly she's in the other side of the fucking room. So that's one fuck up I've noticed in Halloween 4. Return of Michael Mathers. It's just one little nitbit, it didn't really bug me that much. You think he's going to get her, but then Laurie comes out of nowhere and saves the day. Rachel, I keep saying Laurie. Rachel comes out and saves the day. Then these chunsy people, typical beard belly people, come in trucks. They give them a lift, and I love the scene. This scene by the stuntman is impressive. It's so fucking impressive. Gets up Michael Mathers, don't forget, the fuck all kills him. Gets this one guy, throws him off the fucking truck, no fucking about, love it. Gets another poor fucker, fucking rips it into his fucking face off with his bare hands, and I love it. Then he gets knocked over, and I love it where, get a name right this time, Rachel says, I'm going to knock his frigging ears off, and she rams the truck, knocks the fucker over. Jamie Lee does a stupid thing though, James. She walks up to him and he touches her hand, which does leave the twist ending. He gets up to attack her, the sheriff and all the cops shoot him up and he falls down to his doom. That one fucks it up. Rachel's a bit fucked up. This river fan there. They're going to make Jamie a bath. Dr. Humans is fine, a few little cuts and bruises, but he's fine. He's going to make that one and fuck it up. Keep saying that. Then you get a sound effect, she's being stabbed, the town mask on, and you find of all things, Jamie Lee is going to be the next killer. Of course, again, that fucks that up, which you find out when that's a rant. But I still like Halloween 4, it's a good film, like I say, it come out in 88. Is it as good as 1 and 2? No, but I still think it's it's one of the last, in my eyes, decent Halloween films. The rest after that, I just think sucks arse. They suck arses. This to me was the last decent Halloween film. The rest sucked my ass. The fifth one, I love Rachel. I fucking love her. She was pretty to look at, but she wasn't just a stand up into desk. An excuse so tits and ass. She stuck up for herself. She did everything to save this little girl, Jamie. And so what they do to the fifth one to her fucking pisses me. It fucking pisses me. I like Jamie. Her fate in that one. Fuck. Oh, I'm not going to get to it. I'll get to that. It'll be a fucking massive rant. But the fourth one was a decent one. The sixth one, everything Jamie went through. Don't even get me started on that one. I don't mind the 20th one now. I don't mind it. But it's not one of the best. But Halloween, fucking Riverettes and whatever you want to call it, fucking makes everything what Laurie Stolden, made by Jamie Lee Curtis, makes it fucking pointless. And you got a fucking rapper. Then you've got the fucking remake. Well, you've already say about that. So there's not ever been a decent one after this. There's not been a decent one. But this one, I've got no faults of it. So fuck it. A 12-star rating, I'd have had that up then. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was right. A 12-star rating for me. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.